Hello and welcome to this video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a book, a reference book, which regards the use of various insignia in Norwegian military service. And here it is, right here, which is called 75 Years of Unit and Rank Insignia in the Norwegian military from 1940 until 2015. So it's quite a updated book. There hasn't been a huge amount of change since 2015. So this is quite updated for as a modern reference piece. And this is in fact a sort of a updated version of a book made by the same author, Øyvind Makilla. Of course, you can see his name right here. Who in 1997 made a book which covered the exact same topic. In fact, a lot of the photos in this book are from that old book. So it builds on the same principle. And the good thing about this book is that it's in both Norwegian and English. So for you English speakers out there, picking up this book is probably worth it if you're into Norwegian stuff. The only way to get this at the moment is from a organization which basically is kind of a volunteer group for the Norwegian Defense Museum. So basically, this is, as I maybe said before, a very good book. It concerns insignia going all the way back to 1940, as it says. It does slightly cover some of the earlier stuff, but it's not really that relevant because before 1940, Norway didn't use any unit insignia or a lot of insignias at all. Most of the different, I guess you could say, the marks of different branches and units would have been, for example, different units would have had different buttons. For example, if you're in infantry or artillery and so on, or and unit. No, sorry, not unit, but rank insignia. So, and the rank insignia didn't change really a lot from before 1940 until a few years after the Second World War. So a lot of what's a lot of the stuff that's earlier is still relevant. So a lot of the stuff from later is still relevant before. Not a lot has really changed as far as a lot of the fundamentals in Norwegian rank insignia for 100 years, but I'll cover that a little bit later. This book covers the Army, Navy, and Air Force. It does not cover the Home Guard, which the previous book did cover. So I'm not entirely sure why the author didn't cover the Home Guard as well, because there's been a lot of change in Home Guard insignia since 1997 when the last book came out. The only reason I can imagine why he left it out is basically because it would take too much space, but I don't really buy that. So I'm not entirely sure why that is, but that's it really. That's the only criticism of this book. And also another thing is when looking at, so you have these colored images, and then you have on the side a description of what the different insignias on that picture is, but sometimes it can be a bit difficult to what insignia they go to. The previous version of this book had a very easy to use guide. Not really sure what to call it, but basically where you would have a number before the description, and then have a number on not by the insignia, but sort of on a reference image showing what the different descriptions belong to the different insignia. If you look carefully, you'll be able to see what the different things mean, but it's not as easy as it was in the previous book. So that's basically it. Highly recommend the book. If you can get it, get it. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and of course, always, if you have any questions or comments or suggestions or anything, leave them down below, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.